I'm sure you're tired of hearing from my dad every day, so today you're going to hear from a couple others.
Hey Habco, hope everybody out there is safe and healthy. Hey, so I just need to say up front, this is my first ever video clip. Probably actually take number 17 or 18 today. But I just ask that when it comes to the follow-up critiques on this one, please don't be too tough on me, okay? So listen, we're all living through some really challenging times right now. I know for me personally, I'm finding this whole working remotely to be much more challenging than I ever thought it would be. You know, I've been in human resources for over 30 years now. And the thing that I enjoy the most is the face-to-face interaction with employees. And without that, it's been challenging. So I guess that's my way of saying that I really miss all of you guys a lot. At the same time, I couldn't be more proud to be part of this Habco team. When I think of the proactive position that Brian and the rest of the executive team have taken to help keep us one step ahead of this curve, I couldn't be more proud of Habco. You know, Brian and I have been on a lot of conference calls, webinars the past few weeks. Those calls have included manufacturing companies from across the state, as well as members of state and local government. And we're already starting to hear the stories of companies that are being seriously impacted by COVID-19. So that's why I'm so thankful that we have been able to be up and operational. And you know, when it comes to that, I've got to give a huge, huge shout out to the members of our production team, both first and second shift. Without you guys going into the office every single day, we would not be able to stay open and operational. You know, and I know that every time you leave your house and you leave your families, you're making a huge sacrifice to go in and do the day-to-day. So thank you from all of us who are remote. On more of a personal note, you know, things here in Southwick, we're doing okay. We're settling into what has become our new normal. I think our beagle, Milo, is probably enjoying this more than anyone. He's getting 24/7 company. He's getting daily walks. It's safe to say that by the time we're all back to our regular lives, he's probably going to have the biggest shock to his system. And, you know, finally, you guys, without going down too much of a philosophical path, I've always been someone who believes that things happen for a reason. And I know right now we're all trying to wrap our heads around this whole pandemic. We're all constrained in so many ways. We can't go out to restaurants. We can't see our friends. We can't go out shopping. We can't do a lot of the things that we normally take for granted day in and day out. But the one opportunity we do have right now is we have the ability to spend some really quality time with our families. So I encourage you to take this time to enjoy time with your family. We don't always get this amount of time with them. All right, so look at stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And if you have any questions regarding our protocols, anything you're hearing out there in the news that doesn't make sense or is a concern for you, please reach out to me, okay? Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey there, Habco. As Brian mentioned during his Wednesday update, we are in the real home stretch, last two weeks and a couple of days of preparedness for our annual AS9100 audit. To that end, we need all of you to participate and assist us with both readiness and participation in the audit directly. The way we're going to do it this year will be quite different, assuming there are no changes with Andy Bravo's health or our COVID regulatory situation. Andy will be on site with us. We'll sequester him in Oak, and Steve Capel, myself, and Noel Roberts from Constep will be setting out early this week, Monday, Tuesday, meeting notices to all stakeholders, both those working remotely and off-site, as well as people throughout the facility. Steve and I will obtain objective evidence from you on the shop and bring it to Andy in the conference room, but we will not be having you come to the conference room. We'll set up meetings where you go to conference rooms or phones remote in the facility, and all of your interface with Andy will be done remotely. We've made major progress over the weekend on shop traveler preparations. I would ask you to continue that effort this week to make sure they're absolutely vital and perfect. And I would also ask everybody who's working on department procedures to get those wrapped up. Any changes or updates that you need to get done, let's ring them out this week. I'd like to be done this Friday with any fine tuning of procedures so we can get them published and pushed up to our internet. This is a game where everybody gets to participate. Andy will probably talk to at least 50 people within the facility over, if necessary, both shifts, so we get the audit done. And participation is absolutely vital. So we need your help, and we're really looking forward to getting this all done. Reminder, this is an absolutely critical certification that we hold. It's a requirement of our prime customers, every one of them, to do business, and it is an annual requirement. So looking forward to it. Any questions, please reach out to me or Steve Capel, and we'll get back to you very promptly. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. Hope you and your family are doing well and you're safe. I want to personally thank all of you that putting in the efforts during these challenging times, especially those of you who are committed to working off shifts so that we can continue productivity in a safe manner. I want to thank Scott Oberg and Brian Carr for not only driving production, but also ensuring that our protocol we put in place for COVID-19 is being followed to ensure the safety of all of you. I don't know how long these unprecedented times will last, but I do know with all the efforts and the team that we have at HAPCO that we'll come through this better and stronger. One of the biggest challenges that I've seen in the last 2 weeks has been the communication. I think there's been good communication from Brian on these videos to kind of share what the business is doing, what the implications are to state and federal packages out there, and just general knowledge on what's happening with COVID-19. Communication I'm thinking about is, and I'm talking about is the day-to-day stuff. You know, we kind of take it for granted when we're in a building together that we can just get up, walk a few feet, ask a colleague a question, and get an immediate answer. Now with all of us, a lot of us working from home, it requires technology to get that answer. It requires getting back to you on emails or cell phone. And sometimes, and what I've seen is we're not as responsive. I think some of you are doing a really good job, and others, obviously, there's room for improvement. So if I were to put on my lean hat, you know, we look at the 8 wastes, and in any industry or process, from my experience, the biggest waste is waiting. And in these times, it's not waiting for material, it's not waiting for equipment, it's not waiting for tools or labor, it's waiting on information. You know, information is so critical when you're sitting at home and you're all alone and you're asking, the customer's asking for information and you're just not getting a response. It doesn't give you the clarity, and that creates confusion and frustration. So I'm asking all of us, whether in the factory working or from home, you know, look at your emails more often. Make sure your cell phone is on, ringer is on high so that you can hear it. And get back to your colleagues as quickly as you can, because at the other end, at the end of that question they have is a customer asking for that. I think some of you are doing a great job. There are a lot of good communications in terms of shift handoff, how we communicate in terms of different departments, but it's that day to day, hour by hour, minute by minute, where our colleagues are looking for information. So let's see if we can do, you know, a better job with that and getting back to our colleagues in a more responsive manner and timely manner. So I want to thank all of you again. I'm really proud to be part of Team HAPCO. I'm proud to be working with you folks. I'm so proud of all your efforts and dedication and your flexibility during these tough times. And I'm sure very soon we'll all be together again, thinking about all the positives that came from this and the challenges we've overcome. So thanks again. Be safe and talk to you soon.
I hope you enjoyed today's update.